you will watch on this podcast.
When you try so hard doing something, this is when you don't do it. And when you leave it to the universe, that's where it happens.
It's totally true. Preventive technology today is definitely going to change something. It's going to help human beings to be able to live a healthier and happier life, to prevent sickness.
This kind of device bring you in the condition where your mind go through a transcendental without have any kind of experience in meditation.
Welcome back to this Wellness Billion podcast, my friends. Today we have a very special guest with a very special topic, and I'm gonna let Karim Amour, my dad, introduce the guest.
Yes, guys. Hi. Well, today's guest turned a soccer injury into a global journey, building a jewelry empire, mastering African diamond markets, and closing 300 plus 50 real estate deals. But his real breakthrough is merging wealth with well-being, guys. And with the concept that he developed of the M.P.B.E method, meditation, prayer, biohacking, and exercise, he will show us about it. He will tell us a lot about it. He's redefining success as holistic and sustainable, from learning with Tony Robbins, which I learned from also, and writing the book Healthy, Rich, and Happy. His path is a blueprint for thriving on all fronts. So let's welcome the unstoppable Jacopo Iasiello. Is that right?
You are super right, Karim. I appreciate your...
So fantastic. Jacopo, tell us about what brought you to those tremendous activities as a businessman, and also what brought you to think that what sustains all this is health? How did you come to be a soccer player and then a businessman and doing what you're doing today?
Yeah, I think so. Like in something really, really important in life, you have like the possibility to create something, and the creation starting from. In my case, from really young age, where I try to becoming a professional soccer, and from over there, I'm moving in a different direction because I have a big injury. And, when I starting to create my entrepreneur journey, I don't have any experience, any kind of knowledge. My family is a normal background. My mother's teaching, my father is an engineer, and I need to create from zero, from scratch. And from over there, I apply now in each part of my life 4 pillars. The first one is research, the second one is grow, the third is action, and the fourth is contribution. And everything you want to do, you have this fourth aspect in your life. If you want to becoming an entrepreneur, you need the research, where you need the starting and growing and do action. The same in 12 aspects of our life. I divide in 12 aspects our life, where if we don't have harmony in these 12 aspects, we are not really live our life with the correct energy. And because I go through a lot of pain, I build a company with multimillionaire company in the jewelry space, create in real estate in Italy first, and after moving to Florida, really, 6-figure cash flow, and, investment for more than 355 flipping. I understand that the power of creation is related to 4 points. These 4 points I share with you, and to create one clear method every day to apply in your life. And this what I share with you is not now coming only from my mind, my heart, but I receive insure to other people. I have the fortune to create one editorial in Forbes with my best friend. The name is Danilo Iervolini, is a billionaire, where I interview billionaire and multimillionaire people expert in the field of wealth, field of, like I have the fortune last week to interview the friend Dave Asprey, Naveen Jain, a other doctor like Dr. Porter, where they ensure what I have already applied in my life. I have result from this kind of method. If you don't have clear routine in your life, a clear intention, never becoming reality. This is the really important point,
Yes, I acknowledge that Yassine, what is your intake on what just Jacopo just said?
I mean, again, and we're always talking about health. I see more and more, because I'm a lot on social media, and I see more and more people talking about the importance of health and being rich in health. Before, we used to talk about rich in money, rich in assets, rich in a lot of things, but nowadays we're talking about more rich in freedom and rich in health, which is for me priority number one. And that's why the first thing I do in the morning is I wake up to go to the gym to work out before starting my day, so I can free my mind, focus on my health first, and then start with business or whatever it's coming. What about you?
For me, it all starts from the roots. I mean, if you want to have a fantastic, strong, vibrant tree, it all starts from the roots, and it starts from what is the environment of the roots, the quality of the soil, the way you feed the soil, the way you take care of the soil like a baby, so that the tree rises strong and steady. And this is the base of what I do every day since 35 years or more than that, being addict to like this kind of sports that you do in the morning for 20 minutes. And then the kind of behavior you have in the food you eat and the kind of behavior of your thinking, as Jacopo mentioned. And I think this root thing plus the purpose that you're giving in your life obliges you to get into what Jacopo names as a holistic way of handling things.
What about you, Jacopo? What I really want to know, what's the first thing you do in the morning? What's your morning routine?
Yeah, yes. In like the what I do is like I wanna share with you this. Many years ago, I understand two words change completely in my life, and think about I starting from zero to in from 18 years old to 28 years old, where I create this company with more than 20 shop in Italy, becoming really successful in the jewelry space. And I arrive at 28. Now I have 41. Where I don't have anymore. I feel empty inside, and I see one guy, and where this guy is the name Domenico, is one my friend. He have every time this energy, and I ask, what's happening in your life? Why you have this energy? He told me his secret, and becoming my secret, but my secret is shareable to everybody because I want everybody becoming healthy, rich, and happy. And is meditation transcendental. What I do first in the morning is part of my routine. I wake up 4:30 in the morning because I believe for my phototype of human being, because everybody we have different phototype, it's not everybody we are similar. At 4:30 in the morning, I have until 2 p.m. This is scientific proof. We have the best energy. And in my case, it's really powerful from 4:30 up 1:30 p.m. And after I need to recharge my battery. What's happening? I do 4:30 in the morning meditation transcendental, and after I do, my pillar. I explain in the book, and where I explain the 4 pillar: meditation, pray, biohacking, and exercise, plus the real estate part, because I am a sensible investor but pragmatic. I need the number. I need to do action. And what I do meditate. I pray, and I utilize some kind of device in the biohacking space, different, and I exercise. This is my route. Wherever I go, wherever I am, how I feel, what I don't feel, wherever is the case. If I feel sick, I don't feel sick. I utilize this pillar to bring my energy and to be the best of myself to the world.
That's actually amazing, because Karim, you wake up early in the morning and you have your certain practices to be able to kick off your day the right way.
Well, it looks very much like the Jacopo ones. I wake up around 4:30 to 5 in the morning. That's the best way when you're in a theta space, theta phase. You can have this transcendental meditation that I'm trying to improve, because probably you do it for a long time. I do it for just since 10 years. So I have to, every day while I do it, I learn and I learn and I learn again to recenter myself, to sometimes empty my brain space to allow the abundance of health and the universe coming over through the pineal gland. And I try to improve myself without thinking about it. And I think, Jacopo, you know this, you have the same sentiment sometimes. When you try so hard doing something, this is when you don't do it. And when you leave it to the universe, that's where it happens.
Completely agree with you, Karim. It's part of our mind how it's working, and I have everyday confirmation about your point, because is when you try to go hard in something and you don't free the space to becoming creative, everything becoming more difficult. In how, wherever is the religion we believe, I believe in the divine God, wherever is the case, wherever you sometimes people tell, hey, I pray, I ask to God something, and God give me the strength in what I try to ask him. And this is reality, but the people, they forgot something. If you believe in the word resilient, and you will be resilient until your last day in your life, you will achieve whatever you want, because human being, and this is what I believe for profound on my heart, if they have clear intention, clear mindset, they have the possibility to achieve really what they want in health, in exterior abundance, and internal abundance. I'm completely agree with you.
So, guys, let's jump into the article. Jacopo, you will read the first part of the article.
Massive growth driven by preventive health care. The global biohacking market is projected to grow at 60.5% CAGR over the next decade, driven by a shift toward individualized preventive health strategy using real-time data to enhance physical and cognitive well-being.
Yes, then you have the second part of the article, which says wearable, powering, self-monitoring, and lifestyle optimization. So wearable technologies such as smartwatches, rings, and neurotech devices enable users to continuously track vital metrics, example, sleep, heart rate, brain activity, glucose monitoring, empowering them to optimize their daily routine and detect early physiological and cognitive changes.
And the last part of the article says rising demand for at-home diagnostic tools. The diagnosis and treatment segment, 28.4% market share in 2024, is expanding due to the global rise in chronic conditions. Users are increasingly adopting biohacking tools that provide access to metabolic markers like glucose and hormones, enabling proactive, data-driven lifestyle changes without clinical dependence.
Yes. When you read the whole article, we were reading just parts of it. I was stunned, Jacopo and Yassine, about something. I mean, this biohacking market report paints a thrilling picture, saying that the biohacking industry set to quadruple, jumping from 25.5 billion to nearly 1 trillion by 2034. It's a huge market. That means it isn't just about gadgets or trends. It's about fundamental shifts from passive health to proactive human performance, whether it's a smart ring, like we said, that is trying your REM sleep or whatever, your glucose monitoring and so on and so forth, or replacing some of your annual checkups, and you have a Neura ring, you see, and we're seeing fusion of the self-tracking plus AI plus preventive medicine. And it's creating, it's like we create an entity, a new category of health when where lifestyles become your prescription. What do you think, Jacopo?
I think so. I love this kind where we going, and I explain why. I see around me, unfortunately, suffer a lot of human being. I lost with cancer my uncle. I have another uncle with an issue create from no prevent something so small. What it means for me, it means is no biohacking It's not only something where you wanna now be trendy to utilize the different device, the different possible integration, whatever, but it's the possibility to open to people the most important part. Prevent working in your mind, your body is the most important part. And sometimes how I explain or share, I prefer share because I don't explain. I don't like teaching people. I share some thought. When you create with you, for example, with this method meditation transcendental, something where you transcend, you create something beautiful. But a lot of people, because they are in the rushing life, they have like try to live from their life this kind of aspect. Now, because some of these device, in particular one, for example, I am really love, I utilize every day, I don't have any kind of interest, is Brain Tap of Dr. Porter. This kind of device bring you in the condition where your mind go through a transcendental without have any kind of experience in meditation. And this is really cool because I love this device bring people to this kind of place. Because imagine this, if people, they for some kind of reason they don't believe in meditation or whatever, they don't, and now it's scientific, it's not like coming from my word or your, it's coming from data where it's so important. People, they meditate, they have better quality of life, a better success. But what I love about related to biohacking now, because a lot of people, they don't have this kind the not the capacity but the intention to meditate with this device, they have similar result with small amount of time. And I believe all this kind of thing, integration, utilize device, a other kind of form of briefing, is really important to bring humanity at the next level. What this means next level for me, a world where we will have more quality of life, respect of the disease now we have in this world.
Yassine, what does Jacopo says inspires you?
It's totally true. Preventive technology today is definitely going to change something. It's going to help human being to be able to live a healthier and happier life, to prevent sickness, to be able to live better, because living being sick, it's not really a life. And I take part as the same, I take the same side as you were saying, Jacopo, is that I love this kind of technologies. I love being able to be connected and know like how my health is going on a daily basis. I love being able to push my limits as well while training or whatever, because my connected device tells me that, oh, today you've been amazing training, you can push yourself, you can give even more tomorrow, you're well rested, your sleep is good. Even though I know when I'm tired, and I know when I'm not tired or fully energized or whatever, but the fact of being connected and having this little push, this little tech push saying me like, okay, this is great, you can do even better, kind of activates something behind your head, in your mind, saying like, hey, Yassine, you've been great. I'm rewarding you with my words or with my screen or with little reward in an app or whatever. And just these little details can change someone's life because it makes you accountable. It makes things easier. You're looking forward to achieving another goal, another small goal, because us as human beings, we're always looking at goals as like too big, too far. I can't reach it because it's too much. But the fact of breaking it into small steps, small actionable steps that you can see and achieve every single day, makes the goal, the end goal, even easier to be able to achieve. And I feel that in health, this kind of devices is going to help us a lot, and it's actually helping us a lot nowadays. The technology is still new. The technology is still underdeveloped, in my opinion, and there's a lot to be able to discover. What do you think?
Well, I think I agree with both of you because we come nearly from the same world. And we have to see throughout history how it happened. And I personally give all the culprit to the education system, which takes a very reliable person, most of the time intelligence, and funnels this person to 12 years of studying medicine. And during those 12 years studying medicine, what they most study is to cure, it's not to prevent. I mean, 98% of those doctors that are outstanding people in a society, when you see them and so on and so forth, they were brained, educated to cure, not to prevent. And I think the venue the venue of those wearables that are, like you said, yes, a kind of nudging tool. They nudge you to self-assessment, to self-assess yourself on doing something, are very welcome, because alongside with the medical practitioners, with our respect, there is this nudging tool that allows you first to quantify what's happening to you. Second, like you said, Jacopo, if you want to learn how to practice meditation better, you have a tool that allows you, that funnels you to practice it in a better way. This is a helping tool for yourself. Also, you can measure what you do and self-nudge yourself to go towards something better. And I think those wearable tools, the more sophisticated they are sophisticated in terms of getting into your body, not sophisticated in terms of use. It's the opposite. But we're working in our company in a concept called M.P.B.E, which is a non-invasive way of handling glucose and its corollary in insulin. Okay, when you look at glucose, it means sugar, it means carbs, it means 80% of the metabolic diseases worldwide. When you link into your insulin resistance, and a lot of people don't know what is insulin resistance, because it's the culprit of most of metabolic diseases. So, well, as you said, Jacopo, and as you said, Yassine, when you measure, you can self-nudge yourself in a lot of area, whether it's psychological, whether it's physiological, whether it's mental or social, whether it's through your funneling you through your purpose.
Yeah, and I think so. Like Karim, both you and Yassin touch really good point, because this kind of device really give you not only the information, but give you to the important part I see in a lot of people they use is the reward. Now, what I want to share with you guys is this one. I think so important. And this is I do for myself every time. I try to take some time distance for small amount a day from this kind of device, and I explain why. Because I don't want to be connect completely to this device if I don't have. And sometimes, for example, what I do, I take during my year 4 or 5 days where I go to meditate, I go to recharge my battery, in particular, in after the January, when it's starting the new year, where I take some time in some place where I don't have connection with any kind of device, because I believe in everything now people they create in the biohacking space. Normally, I like to be proved from scientific result, not like, from word, but it's important to becoming no connect completely to this kind of device, but have like your recharging battery inside you, and this is coming only when you started to go more deeply inside you, and this device help you to go deeply in you or to understand where you're going with your body or your mind. But you need when you arrive, you create in your life not only this becoming your style of life, where you do exercise, where you pray, whatever is the case, your case, exercise and everything. You need to try to understand, okay, like tomorrow, if aura is not anymore in this world, you don't feel panic attack for this, but the opposite. You have your own energy inside you. How Yassin tell, you recognize how it's going your body, but this one is something only to evaluate what you think and what is your body tell you.
Exactly. It's I totally agree with you. Sometimes it's good to be disconnected, but the fact of being connected, the fact of having your own data, let's say 80% of the time, will help you to be able to become better, because you're going to understand your body, something that wasn't possible a few years ago. It wasn't possible to be able to understand your body on a daily basis. It was possible to go do checkups every 6 months or a year, which was super expensive. And now the fact that we have available kind of a new technology that gives us data every single day, it's life changing, but it's still not completely life changing, and it's gonna come.
Yes, but I agree with Jacopo in one sense. I practiced, when I practiced 4 days to 5 days of full silence together with fasting. It was just because it was meant to be organized that way. I had never felt any disconnected, like you said, by by the way. I never felt so good of being alone myself with myself, not talking to anybody, and fasting for 4 days. That means not only my brain, but all the cells of my body was like having a kind of cleansing in 4 days. And the cleansing also comes from the disconnection with those devices. And I think once a year, like you're doing it, Jacopo, it's a very healthy practice that we should all do once in a while, once a year or twice a year, just out of bringing back your humanity to its fullest. And that means it's difficult to stay in silence for 4 days. I mean, in the beginning, I was going nearly mad. But after a while of practice, you get used to it and you become like you want to embrace it because it raises up your dopamine, your epinephrine, all these hormones that are inside your body in a natural way. Add to it fasting, it's even going exponential. So I agree totally that you guys, you, the audience, should look at those practices of disconnecting for a while and getting back to yourself, to your roots, because it is the best medicine you can ever have.
And guys, you know what I want to share with you now, because I love to share with you. I have the one of question I ask to Dave Asprey, and he's like the father of the biohacking during the event I've been in last week. Is like which is the first biohacking action, the most important. And if you want to know how he respond, the fasting, be disconnect to all device, all everything, and fasting. What this means, this one is means something important. Fasting bring you something important in you. Really, how Karim you explained, because for example I utilize the Monday, because the Sunday is my cheaty day, where cheaty is becoming like something where I love Nutella, because I'm from Italy, now.
Italy.
Yeah. And I utilize Nutella with French toast, nice, I love it, Sunday.
The worst of the worst. The worst bread and the worst chocolate.
Completely, I know. But I have the intention the Sunday, to do this, and the Monday I try to clean myself, after, and I do like one day completely without eat, and I do fasting, and honestly, is the day after is something amazing happening, and I control with aura, but I feel it. My score and the redness, the energy is really at high level, because we through the fasting we regenerate our cell. Normally more time is not enough the time I do, because I do 24 hours, but it's already after 16 is already becoming something important. But it really is a changing aspect, and two for the mental part. And I share with you something. When I do my first time fasting, I do many years ago in Colorado, in one during the December. I remember it's snowing and everything, and I feel almost anxious, almost sadness, all this emotion, and I don't know what's happening in my body. This sensation, when you control it, you understand nothing happening, help you to in the business. help you to in life,
Definitely, I definitely agree that. I mean, we have the same. Where when we're fasting for a month, we really feel good and energized, and we give all our energy to being even more productive and to focus even more on our health.
Yeah, well, if you have to go toward the future, and I think we would like to end with this about the vision that you have on handling your health, being connected sometimes and disconnected sometimes for the main reason that you were giving, Jacopo. How do you see these connected device evolve in the future?
Yeah, I see in my space. In my space is real estate. What this means, I already working in one house, have different one house or building where I have the possibility to recreate all this kind of emotion, and I create with intention, where sound, where transcendental part, where control through device will becoming integrate with your house, where you are not only anymore somebody disconnect with your nest, but you becoming connect with your nest, and your nest is like the place how the bird they create with the love when they go to one tree to another one to create their nest, becoming a place where you recharging completely your battery, and where you know what's happening in your mind, in your body, and you have immediately or near immediately the capacity to understand where how is possible going your day and how you possible modify your day.
Like I said before, lots of things are not discovered yet. Lots of things are going to be discovered. It's going to be and it is a growing tech. Health is one of the fastest growing industries today. A lot of people are taking care of it. A lot of people are starting to be aware of their health. Again, thanks to social media. Social media is a very powerful tool that connects people with like-minded people and shares knowledge about health and fitness and how important health is in your life today. So I really believe that these connected devices are going to help many and are going to help us live longer, but not only longer, but better, because that's the important thing. Because living longer is a thing, but I won't like to live longer if it's in a bad state. I would like to live longer, but better.
Well, I'll tell you a story. Even you, Yassine, that belongs to the company doesn't know, because our company, Jacopo, is called AP, like epigenetics. And you know, epigenetics is the part of genes that you build on a daily basis, apart from the basis of your genes, which is only 20%, the rest being 80%. And I have two scientists from our group. I was having a conversation with them. We work on a non-invasive glucose monitors. We work on a non-invasive beat by beat, because the Oura ring you have only takes your beat every 6 minutes, and it's not enough. You should do it every beat. But it's because of battery technological problem, and that they will be overpassing them. At the meantime, we will probably launch something that makes sense. But they were talking about me about something really interesting. They were saying to me, well, in our magic time, like the time they don't work, they're not supposed to work. They said, we are working on the neuro-spiritual sync. I said, what is it? He said, well, some wearable to integrate neurofeedback with meditation and spiritual practices. There would be like devices like those moves that may evolve into digital monks. That's what they were saying to me. They might guide users not only to a better sleep, but higher consciousness. I love that consciousness thing, because that's the really monopoly of humankind, consciousness. When we're talking about AI, we talk about intelligence, but consciousness is much more difficult. So I said to them, well, that means you are working on a kind of personal OS, operating system, that will in the next years allow many individuals that will operate with their own health dashboards, a kind of cloud connected profile powered by genomics, probably sometimes microbiome, why not, and real time biomarkers helping them auto adjust their routines, supplements, and even mental consciousness wellness. And that was very profound. Coming from their ideas, working on other devices, going into this neurospiritual thing. I loved it. What do you think, Jacopo?
I think so. Like, really mind of human body is something so unique. When they started to have an intention to elevate life, they become so creative and so beautiful, because I am so excited in the next future, because I believe in something human being create to elevate how you share, Karim, all the aspect, and you imagine which kind of quality of life we possible live. Two people, they don't have this kind of conscious related, because consciousness is something important, is not easy to recreate in the human being, and some kind of human being, they are disconnect to consciousness because life or whatever is the case. But imagine if how you explain, how you share this possibility to have all this part together. I believe something beautiful is possible coming from the from what's happening in the world. And I see AI not like a lot of people they see, like how something to be scary, but I am already, this AI is already part of my life. I utilize in different aspects. Is my business partner, is my somebody I thought I speak related to something. Normally, pay attention is most important. The consciousness, they don't have until now the consciousness, but probably how you share something will happening, and is something beautiful will arrive, where imagine if we possible democratize the possibility to have somebody to speak every day, where this somebody or something connect with you, and you have your feeling to share, something to connect, where they have the possibility to really understand you, not only from the machine part, will be help a lot of people to pass the step of our life where we feel down, we feel without energy. And this is, I think, so is important, because I believe in technology united with humanity possible becoming something beautiful. Normally, if create with the correct intention.
Exactly. Exactly. That's perfectly said, Jacopo. Perfectly said. Well, thank you so much for your insight. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge. Thank you, Karim, for your amazing intervention as well. Jacopo, please, where can the audience find you?
They possible find me in. First of all, I ask really with all my heart to buy the book. Not for me. It's not. I don't know. All the money I donate with one association called Hermano della Calle, where I help people. They have, they to try to have another time dignity, and I give some my real estate to them with less price to help this association.
That's amazing.
And they possible find the book in Amazon, through my website healthyrichandhappy.com, and in Instagram in Jacopo Iasiello Investor Broker, where I share something about life and about real estate, what I am passionate at, business, what is my main capacity to create and generate through real estate and business.
Amazing. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification button, and we'll see you on the next one.